Hey everybody, it's Don. Do you ever struggle sometimes to speak clearly without tripping over your words? You know, whether you're in a job interview, you're talking to somebody you just met, a family member, a friend. I mean, I do, and it's an ongoing battle to speak clearly. So today I want to give you 5 tips that I think will make a huge difference in the way you communicate every day. You know, whether you're interviewing for a job, a new work assignment, whatever it is. So, hey, let's get started with my 5 great tips that I think are going to help you speak clearly without stumbling over your words. And don't worry, I've made this super easy to understand, and I think you're really going to get it. So, number 1, discover your natural pace. Now, this is all about finding your own unique pace, your own rhythm when you're talking. You see, everyone has their own speed when it comes to speaking. Some people naturally talk fast, while others might talk a little bit slower, and that's okay. But one way to figure out your natural pace is by finding out what type of learner you are. I mean, are you a visual type of person, an auditory or kinesthetic learner? You know, knowing this can really help you understand how you communicate best. And once you know what your learning style is, you can figure out your natural speaking pace. And it's essential to stick to your pace and trying to avoid talking faster than you're comfortable with, because that's when you might start to stumble over your words. I mean, I know I've tried to do this before where I've tried to pick up my pace and I've tried to talk really fast, and I found that, you know, a lot of my messaging was lost. And I'm probably more of a moderate type speaker. I don't like to speak too slowly because I feel I might be boring whoever I'm talking to. I mean, I might even be boring you right now. I don't know. But if I talk too fast, then I think I lose people. So I try to dial it in to where what's comfortable for me and what I also feel is comfortable to the person I'm talking to. And I'll also, depending on the type of person that I'm talking to, I might adjust my pace. So if I'm talking to somebody who talks really fast and I talk really slow, I try to pick up my pace to match theirs so that I can match their rhythm, so that they can understand me a little bit better. So take the time to discover your own natural pace and embrace it. That way you'll feel more confident and comfortable, and you'll speak more clearly and your message will get delivered. Number 2, exercise your tongue. And you might not realize it, but your tongue is actually a muscle, just like your biceps or your abs. It needs to be strong to help you speak clearly. I mean, anytime I create a new video, I will go through some tongue exercises, and they're kind of weird. I'm not going to do them right here in this video, but some of them, and you can go out and find some vocal coaches which will give you some tongue exercises, but one of them is just to kind of just vibrate your tongue against the roof of your mouth and go, and that'll just kind of loosen it up a little bit, and that will help you speak more clearly. And I do that before I create videos so that when I sit down and I get in front of the camera, I'm ready to go. Because if I don't do that, it'll probably take me 10 takes of shooting the video before I can even get started. So doing some of those tongue exercises, and that's just one of them. There's all kinds of other ones. There's certain word patterns, letter patterns that you can say, which will get your tongue moving. And I highly recommend that, especially before you're going to get in front of any kind of group of people and give a presentation. And so exercising your tongue can just really improve your pronunciation, your enunciation, and just using sounds like R and S and th. You know, by focusing on these sounds, you'll be able to quickly move your tongue, and you'll just sound a lot better when you're speaking. So just try practicing some of these things every day, maybe when nobody's looking, and you'll notice a significant improvement in your speech. And remember, a strong tongue is essential for clear communication, but you rarely hear people talking about tongue exercises in communication, but that's one of the little secrets, and hey, you heard it here first. So, number 3, listen to your audience. You see, paying attention to the people that you're talking to, this is super important because it really helps you communicate more clearly and make your message understood. And when you listen carefully to your audience, and not, your audience can be just one person, but you can pick up on their language and their speech patterns. And this will allow you to adapt your speech to match their style. Just like I said earlier, if I'm talking to somebody who's really a fast talker, I might try to pick up my pace so that I can build a stronger rapport with them. Otherwise, they'll think that I'm just a slow talker or I'm just boring them to tears. Or consequently, if I'm talking really fast at a fast rate, and I'm talking to somebody who really speaks very slowly, I'll definitely slow down my pitch, otherwise, or my rate of speech, so that I just don't overwhelm them with words. Even though they might be able to take in all of those words, I think we can actually take in about 400 words a minute. If you've ever heard those people speak really fast on those radio commercials, they go like that. Your mind can actually take them in, but if you're just a slow talker, talking really fast to somebody, you're not going to build that bond with them. So keep your ears open, be attentive to your audience, and this will help you become a better communicator and ensure that your message gets delivered. Number 4, vocalize your content. You see, practicing your message, just practice your message so often that it becomes second nature. And by repeating your message, you'll connect with the truth behind your words, and you'll learn from your audience's feedback. I mean, it's essential to vocalize, whatever you say, regularly. And this means saying it out loud, not just in your head, and really focusing on the words that you're using. And when you practice your message, you want it to become a part of you. And whatever your message is, you want to speak it clearly and confidently. And just keep practicing it. And do it when nobody's looking, or do it in the car, whatever. But do it out loud, or go in the park. People are always talking out loud in the park. They might think you're talking on your phone. Who knows? Don't be afraid to vocalize your content as much as you need to. It will only help you improve your speech in the long run. Okay, let's move on here to number 5. Empower your audience. You see, my 5th and final tip is about focusing on empowering your audience. When you speak, your goal should be to inspire, educate, or influence other people with your words. And you don't want to just do that with your words, you want to do that with your body language. So you want to put your whole body into it. And to do this, you need to speak to enroll, not to just be heard. This means putting the focus on your audience and what they can gain from your message, rather than just trying to make yourself heard, kind of like, preaching versus teaching. And when you make your speech all about them, your words are going to flow so much more easily, and they're just going to roll off your tongue, and it'll be less likely that you'll stumble over your words. So always remember to empower your audience and make your message meaningful for them. And this approach will not only help you speak more clearly, but it will create a stronger connection and bond and a stronger rapport with your a stronger rapport with your listeners. Sometimes it's hard to get all these words out. So there you have it, my friend. 5 easy tips, that you can use that will help you speak more clearly without stumbling over your words. And, it's so funny that I just stumbled over my own words. But anyways, just to recap real quick, discover your natural pace, exercise your tone, listen to your audience, vocalize your content, empower your audience. And when you follow these tips, you are going to be well on your way to becoming a more confident and effective communicator. Remember, clear communication is crucial, especially, when you're working remotely. It's one thing to be sitting down in an office setting or a room where you're one-to-one, but when you're working remotely, you're doing a Zoom session or a Skype session or whatever it is with somebody, your words are really all that people have to go on. They can't so much as see your body language, and they can see your facial expressions, but it's just not the same as if you were sitting across from them. So take the time, practice these techniques, and watch your speaking skills, because they will improve dramatically. So that's really all I have for you today. I hope you found this helpful. And, if you have any questions or progress you want to share, hey, leave a comment below. And if you have a job interview, make sure you practice all this stuff, especially those tongue exercises that will help you in the interview, definitely to be more articulate in your words. And that's really all I have for you. If you liked this video, you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Helps me understand the content that you like and you enjoy and you find helpful. And subscribe. You'll get notified every time I release a new video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.